Are Arsenal in crisis? They've just lost 1-0 to Newcastle at St James's Park, and they're in a world of pain. Arsenal look soft. They looked a little bit flat, deflated. They didn't look like they could match the energy of Newcastle. The fact that Newcastle actually wanted to win the game. I felt Arsenal were absolutely shocking today. That's just the reality. Newcastle deserved their win. We'll talk about them, but obviously what this means for Arsenal in the Premier League title race. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, covering all the weekend's action. It's been a crazy day in the Premier League, and obviously this game will be overshadowed by some of the worst VAR decisions, and not even decisions necessarily, even though a lot of them are awful, of course, but delaying the game, overanalyzing 2 or 3 situations. We have to start off with the big moment of the game. I think it's Willock who keeps the ball in. Is it in or out of play? We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. He obviously whips it in. Back post. Joelinton is all over Gabriel. Flicks into Anthony Gordon, who scores a little tap in. There's no world, in my opinion, that the ball is out. I think we can all tell from angles that a football isn't a straight line. A football is a sphere. And at a certain angle, you can tell, and a linesman can pretty much tell when you're level with it, or as close to. You know, when you get angles from Twitter, which are from row J on the away end stand, looking at the ball, it is going to look out. But it looks in from the angles I've seen at home. So what can I say? I think it is in. And I would say if it was out. I think it was in. The ball gets whipped in. It's a great ball. I think it is Joe Willock. And then bang. I think it's Joelinton all over Gabriel. Gabriel's body and intention was already to go down and try and head the ball at a low height, a low angle. He fails to be in a position to control the situation, uses physicality to block out Joelinton. It's poor defending. That's the reality. There's no foul. And if you're an Arsenal fan at home, let me know. But there's no foul. No way. And the fact they had to take 4 or 5 minutes for it is an absolute travesty to football. It really is. Then it's a tap in from Anthony Gordon, who won't get the plaudits in the same way because of the delay, of the scrutiny, of the controversy. But it's yet another goal for Anthony Gordon this season, and his numbers are going through the roof, you know, relatively to how he started his career at Newcastle, even back end of Everton. And it was just a little tap in. He was in the right place at the right time. I felt he was like that all game today, Anthony Gordon. He was absolutely electric. What was David Raya doing? I think it was really poor keeping in this same situation as well. A little bit of no man's land, a little bit stuck between trying to come for the cross or treat it as an opportunity to save the shot on goal. Obviously, he can't do either because he was too deep. I think he's got to be coming to collect that, maybe. Maybe I'm being too harsh on that situation. But we have to just cover the VAR decision. They have to check it. It honestly takes 4 to 5 minutes. I'm hearing from, obviously, my TV channel that they aren't just reviewing that, but they're reviewing the ball going out of play. They're reviewing if it was offside, I think, for Gordon. So there's multiple situations they're reviewing. They don't know what they're doing. And if you are a proponent of VAR, thinking that VAR is helping the game improve in any way, you're completely wrong. And you've got completely the wrong end of the stick. VAR somehow, season on season, is getting slower, less accurate, and in providing less joy, less excitement for the fans. What is football about? What is all sport about? It's about seeing the best competitors compete within a set of rules, which is a long pitch with big goals and a football that moves very, very quick, especially during the winter time on wet pitches. And we're trying to assign a computer system with lines, with multiple voices in people's ears, while there's 60, 70,000 Geordie fans singing. That are trying to apply these crazy rules. Someone came out last week, it was a pundit, and they said it's like CSI. It's like crime scene investigation. They're trying to do fingerprint analysis on every moment of every goal. It's absolutely outrageous. And the fact that, how can someone in control of the situation, whoever it is, Howard Webb, the FA, PGMOL, whoever these nameless bureaucrats are, idiots, they're allowing a stadium of 60,000 Geordie fans fret, sit there in the cold, question, and have their adrenaline, have their kind of excitement of the goal completely drained from them for a check that never needed to happen. It was a clear goal, and it's as simple as that. Goal line technology takes 5 seconds, 1 second, it's a goal, it's not a goal. There's been no delay, and it's the most accurate thing that's happened to football in a long time. In terms of improving accuracy, it's been fantastic. VAR is ruining football. It's as simple as that. We have to talk about Arsenal. They are soft. They've just been crashed out of the League Cup. They've just been crashed out of, I think, a massive opportunity to keep pace with City, who look so good against Bournemouth. So good. That's the reality. And they beat City, and it now feels that advantage, even over points, even over morale, over mentality, confidence, has all gone out the window at St James's Park. It is an anomaly ground. Everyone can go there. Even great Jose Mourinho Chelsea side has never won there. It's a hard place to go for obvious reasons. But you do feel that Arsenal have to show a bit more grit than they are. From top to tail, soft. David Raya, soft. Gabriel Saliba, okay. Gabriel, I think, was culpable for that goal. I thought it was poor defending. I think you want your centre-back to go through, clear it, and knock it out first time on his right foot, maybe. Jorginho, soft. When Vieira came on, I thought he was soft. Eddie Nketiah, soft. Nothing sticks to Eddie Nketiah. His touch bobbles in the air like a volleyball. Saka, Martinelli, decent. Martinelli creating things right up to the final whistle. Kai Havertz, poor. I think so poor. Even in the final 5-10 minutes, he's kind of floating passes at half pace. He's so languid. He's so kind of docile in how he approaches the game. If you want urgency, you want a bit of grit, you want a bit of power, you want a bit of Steven Gerrard. He's the opposite. He's a luxury. You want him floating around the pitch when you're 2-3-0 up. He's an absolute luxury footballer. And I don't even think at that end of the spectrum he does enough to even justify being a luxury. I don't think he's a Rolls Royce of a footballer. No way. I have to talk about Trossard. Final 5-10 minutes. How many football matches, from Sir Alex Ferguson onwards, have been won in Premier League title deciding games in the final 5-10 minutes? Now there's even more impetus on those final, we call it 10 minutes now because of all the added time they randomly decided to add to the game. So they had 8 minutes, Arsenal, 8 minutes. And you're thinking it looked like a 0-0 all day long. They weren't bad to deserve a 2-3-0 loss. Maybe 1-0's just about justified. But the final 10 minutes, you're thinking Trossard whipped something in with pace, used the kind of wetness of the ball or wetness of the pitch. Newcastle could be a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued. They were defending for about 15-20 minutes at the back end of the game. And the quality at the end was so poor from Trossard. It was actually so frustrating. I've got no dog in the fight. So frustrating, the quality from Leandro Trossard. Really, really is. Saka, did he do enough today? Again, the one player that I'd look to is Declan Rice. I think he keep at any angle on the pitch, whether he's tight under pressure, he keeps the ball so tidy, so smart. Top footballer. And even despite today's loss, one of the better players for Arsenal, no question about it. But they need 3, 4, 5 of him to win the league. They need a Declan Rice up front. They need a Declan Rice at centre-back. They need another Declan Rice in midfield. Jorginho's so soft. He wasn't good enough for Chelsea 2 years ago. He just about for the Champions League final, don't get me wrong. But after that, it fell off pretty quick. He's right at the end, apex of his career. What is happening? What is happening? So yeah, Arsenal are in a world of pain. Spurs are the only side that have now been unbeaten in the league. It feels that Spurs, now that Arsenal have dropped off, I think we can all agree they've got a slightly better squad than Spurs. Now Arsenal have dropped off. You think, it's now going to take Liverpool and Spurs really to try and chip away at City, who looked imperious against Bournemouth. So I think Arsenal are struggling. The only thing that saves them is they got a relatively easy run, even in the Champions League. Seville, Lens, they've got Wolves, I think they've got the Lutons of the world coming up in the next 5 to 6 weeks. If they keep getting maximum points out of there, that's a great result for what's happened today. But if they were to drop more points next week, I mean, it's end of title race discussions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.